Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Pokemon Fire Red. I need to stop saying As you remember last time, I defeated Misty, the Cerulean City gym leader. And I'm just making my way out of here now. And I think I'll turn around, I'll go get some items. And then I'll go the other way to get some Pokemon, to get to the Pokemon Center. I've already calculated this in my head. I actually have the prices of the items, of some of the items remembered, so I already know exactly how much this costs. Just sort of, buying my items. And now I'll talk to these people. Well, this girl and her slow bro. I'm sorry, that's a faux pas to do that near the microphone. Sort of, I don't really have much to say because obviously I'm doing this on my own, but something I need to learn to do is do this on my own, and I need to actually be a little more engaging towards the audience. I need to actually talk a bit more about meaningful things and not just about random stuff. You'll notice that this video is a little bit shorter than the other ones because I figured that not everyone has 40 minutes to blow. Now, yep, fight with douche. Still struggling along back here, are you? I'm doing great. I caught a bunch of strong and smart Pokemon. I highly doubt that. And it's his Pidgeotto first. Probably not a good matchup against my Geodude, but see what to do. Oh, rock throw. They're weak to rock. I think. I'm not too sure. It's been a while since I fought any bird types, and I miss. Huh. Go figure. My Geodude's pretty much got the eyesight of a deaf mole. Can't see anything in front of it. Need to start working on getting some electric types to make, oh right, shit, no, damn it. I'm trying to get away from that, the old, the coarse language. It's not really me. That was actually a rather easy victory there, huh. It's his Charmander next, I think. I actually did like a quick run through of the game prior to playing this. So it's actually still fresh in my mind, and I remember not liking it for the first two episodes, first three. This is my fourth, my bad. I need to stop saying that. But I remember not liking it for the first three episodes, and then I did that run-through, this really quick run-through in 3 to 4 days, and I was like, I actually enjoyed it a lot, actually. A lot more than when I was a kid, which surprises me because as a kid I loved this game. Well, Red and Blue, I didn't play, Fire Red and Leaf Green was way after that. I didn't even own a Game Boy Advance. I knew a bunch of people that did, but I never did personally. But I actually found this to be rather enjoyable, and I actually enjoyed this a lot more than I did originally. Which is bizarre because I actually hate RPGs. I don't like turn-based combat. And I certainly do not like when RPGs over-explain things. But Pokemon, it seems, it's perfect. It's like, you can know more about the world if you care to know more about the world. If you don't, you can just play the games and have a damn good time. But then with something like with Tales of Symphonia, with the Tales of games, or the Final Fantasy games, or Skyrim, or Mass Effect, or any other RPG, the story is just the story and the lore are just jammed down your throat, and you're forced to swallow it. But with Pokemon, it's like, well, if you care about the universe, learn more about it. If you don't, catch some Pokemon and fight. This will be an easy one. I'll just fast forward and keep smashing Abra in the face with my wings. I actually find that Pidgey's a little... My Pidgey was a little underleveled. Actually, this went by a lot faster than I remember. I mean, than usual. I don't remember this fight taking so little time. I looked away from the screen. I'm actually just pressing the A button, and I'm not even really looking at the screen. I guess that's just sort of how unengaging the combat can be at times, because the animations take so long that they actually do slow down the pace of the gameplay. Not that that's always a bad thing, but it's not necessarily a good thing either. I went to Bill's and got him to show me his rare Pokemon. Okay, and I care why? I don't care, really. That added a lot of pages to my I don't care. Douche, you're a douche. He invented the Pokemon storage. That's nice. Actually, no, that is nice. Actually, I didn't know that. I didn't actually read the dialogue in the original games. Yeah, that's actually it. I didn't care as a kid. All I cared about was I liked the designs of the Pokemon, which is why I think a lot of people actually prefer the Generation 1 Pokemon over Generations 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, because they grew up with it and it was like, it's what drew them into it. I think the people that are growing up with Generation 6 are probably going to appreciate 6 a lot more than the others, and I can actually see where they're coming from. But then again, the Pokemon in 6 actually look to be the best we've had in a while. I still to this day think that the worst thing that's ever happened to handheld gaming is Pokemon, because like not the whole, like, not that the series is bad, but it's just like before that every handheld game was a handheld game. It was exactly that. Tetris was Tetris, and you had Mario with shorter levels and easier levels, so you could beat it in a single sit playthrough. But then Pokemon was almost a console RPG. It felt more like a Dragon Quest game than it did other handheld RPGs. It didn't feel like a handheld RPG, it felt like a console RPG. And it slowly, I think that's where handheld gaming has sort of gone wrong. It's trying to become more and more and more like console gaming, when it should try to really be its own thing. I like how I'm trying to how I'm going and talking about Pokemon and then I'm spinning off into other things. But I just think that it's like, the series is still good. I still like the series. I still love the series, and I would love it to continue. But at the same time, I still think it did a very bad thing for handheld gaming, and handheld gaming, it should have just stayed the way it was, and it should have stayed that way forever. Handheld gaming did not need to evolve. I suppose that could be taken as a pun, considering the context. But it's just, it's one of those things, like nowadays we have the 3DS and the Vita, and the 3DS is good because it finds a balance between handheld styled games that you can play in short bursts and console style games, which, you know, you can play for 2 or 3 hours on end. But then there's the Vita, which is like that's its marketing gimmick. It's not a handheld system, it's a portable console. And that's not really that's not what anyone really wants. And even looking at the Vita, the reason why I think so many people haven't even bothered buying one is because half the games worth buying you can already get on a home console you most likely already have. Like, I know some people say that Persona 4 Golden is a system seller. Well, you know, as opposed to shelling out $200 for the system itself and then another $40 for the game, I can just go to my local pawn shop, find the game for $20, and play it on the system I currently have, because whatever things they added to it probably isn't worth it. And it's the same thing with the other really good games for the Vita are stuff like Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Mortal Kombat and a few others. But the thing is, all of those are already on platforms, on consoles, and PC as well, but I won't get into that. But it's already on consoles, so we don't need it on a handheld. I've never said, man, I certainly do wish I could play Marvel vs. Capcom on the go. Actually, that's a lie. I said that all the time in high school. But I think Pokemon is just sort of like the cause for why we have such high expectations for handheld games nowadays. And in a way, it's good. In many ways, it's bad. It also brought along the advent of multiplayer, like other handheld games before Pokemon had multiplayer. But I like to think that Pokemon is pretty much the first major multiplayer handheld game. I like how I'm just actually going through it. I couldn't get my microphone to work while I was playing, so I couldn't record myself speaking while I was recording the footage. So I'm actually just dubbing over it a little bit before I actually upload it, and you can probably tell because the dubbing is a little I've had 2 curses this whole video. I'm doing pretty good. Trying to keep it PG-13. Just trying to, you know, tone it down a little. I think I'm doing pretty good. But yeah, sometimes they like the little vocabulary whoopsie daisies, I guess you could call them. Now, I'm not sure if I'll actually be doing the full Pokemon series as a Let's Play, because I don't like Diamond and Pearl. I played those when they were new, and to be honest, they are 2 of the worst RPGs I remember. I'm sure I've played worse, but Diamond and Pearl are pretty much the worst I can remember. There's a lot of other RPGs I don't like, but I won't get into that now because I actually think that I might get a few complaints because of that. But I digress. I just don't like Diamond and Pearl too much. They didn't add anything I personally enjoyed to the series. Not like Black and White, which I'll get into a little bit in my next video. For this video, I'm almost out of time. Actually, I'm actually just about out of time. And I'll see you guys next time. I hope you tune in. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the shortness of it a little more than I'm just sort of standing there and all the waves are like, woo, cascading. Anyways, I gotta go because there's like 10 seconds left. Yep. And I'll see you guys later. Hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, bye. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, why don't you click on the subscribe button below, so you can get the VG Vikings new stuff as soon as it comes out. Speaking of the VG Viking, I'm totally him, and you can actually stalk him on that new Twitter thing that just came out like 2 weeks ago. So yeah, why don't you do that? It's on my channel page, and I hope to hear some more from you guys later. Thanks for watching.